So, what are your plans for getting into the Ice Palace?
The Albs will move the bulk of their forces to the borders of Zakor. We need to take out those positions. That will open the way for a direct assault. What I need to know first is whether the Separatists will help us with this attack, or if they attack us as we move against Zakor. Are you ready?
Your plan is a frontal attack.
We've scouted the Ice Palace, and now is the time to strike. The Albs have moved their forces. They trust too much in those energy barriers of theirs. All we need to do is take out the barrier generators, and we will open our way in. Your raider is perfect for that task. That's why we need it.
What will make you trust the Separatists?
The same as it took to trust you. I want to see them start shooting at Albs. Actions speak more than words.
One raider won't stop an army.
The Albs' biggest weak point is Elex. With the converters gone, we've cut off their new supply. Now, we need to take out what they have.
How are we going to destroy them?
We crippled a similar generator when we attacked the converter here in... All we had to do was target the ventilation port. It took one shot from our ballista to cripple the generator. Your radar cannon has a lot more power than a ballista. So, if you hit the generator's ventilation port at full...
So, what are you planning to do when you get to the high?
Heal him. If we can bring him into contact with a seedling, it will transmute the Elex within him, changing his nature. We can heal him as we heal the planet.
To reach the hybrid, we will need the code to his...
Don't you think I know that? But none of my prisoners have known the code or would give it up. All I have discovered is that it has something to do with the hybrid's past.
But what? The Elexitors are the only ones with access to the hybrid. Anyone below that rank can't enter the chamber unless the hybrid calls them personally.
Then you need to find an Elexitor and get the code out of him.
And what if your plan to transmute all their Elex stocks doesn't work?
If they still have their Elex, we can't fight the Alb. We will have to target their commanders. If we kill the Alb commanders in charge of the defenses around the Ice Palace, with them dead, the soldiers won't stop us getting...
The last time I tried...
Then you must choose a place yourself. Zardam's old hiding place, for instance. Maybe there you will get a chance to meet Calyx alone.
Why would he come there? Calyx is not one to give up an advantage in a fight alone.
Is there any way you can discredit him? Get his own people to reject him?
No. Calyx is untouchable. He's practically worshipped. Otherwise, he would not have become an Elexitor. The trust of the hybrid is not earned easily. People know that.
Then look into his past. Speak to your father. Perhaps he could tell you something that... No one as ambitious as Calyx is without fault.
You say...
We can try and change him with mana. If it doesn't work, the mana will poison him.
You think killing should be an easy decision?
That thing hasn't hesitated to order the deaths of hundreds, thousands. There is a chance we can convert it, change it with mana. But change him or kill him, he must be stopped.
We should work with the hybrid. His powers can benefit us all. The technology he has created can be used to benefit everyone. If you do want to help all of the free people, then we should make the hybrid work for us. If the mana changes him, we can use his powers to achieve our goals.
His powers do have the potential to help instead of destroy.
The Elexitors say that the hybrid has a greater plan for all of us. That he knows the nature of Elex and why it came to our world. That he has the power to see the future. Before we act, we should find out what the hybrid knows. If we don't gain the knowledge, we could pay the price for it.
Well, if he has a plan that is supposed to benefit us, I haven't seen a sign of it. That thing only wants power. Listen to him if you must, but take this seedling into the chamber with you. You must attach it to the hybrid.
How far advanced is your plan?
The planning is complete. If it works in practice, then all the Elex on Magalan should be transmuted. But I can't control that amount of magical...
Then ask Kaya.
Kaya has the ability. But as for the temperament, this isn't the time for impulsiveness. The magic we'd be channeling if she didn't follow orders.
What other choice?
Well, bold times take bold decision.
Thorold needs your help with this Elex experiment.
So he thinks he's finally done it, does he? That he can take away the fighting strength of the Alps with one act of magic. You should help him. Tell Thorold I'll be there when he starts the experiment.
Kaya will help with the...
She will? And is she ready now?
Why don't you ask yourself?
Are you sure you are ready?
Are you? Are you sure this will work?
You're not the only mage, Kaya. I'm certain of my findings. 90% certain, 60 or 70% at worst. But if we pull it off, who's to know we were ever worried? Everything is ready.
You should begin the experiment now.
So be it. Keep your distance. We failed. We were close, but Zarda must have known what we were planning. I can't try again alone. Even if we can find Kaya, it would take weeks to recalibrate everything before attempting that again. We must move to attack the Ice Palace as soon as we can. If they are this intent on stopping us, the hybrid must be close to achieving his plans.
What about Kaya?
Kidnapping her has stopped me making any further progress with my plans. But then killing her would also have stopped the transmutation. So why did he kidnap her? Zarda must have seen the same power in Kaya that you did. He must be planning to use that power for himself in some way.
He was interested in her. He asked me to find her. That can't be a coincidence. Where do you think Zarda...
Zekor. His ambition has always been to take command there. He seeks a chance to rule. So, he'll want to keep an eye on things in the Ice Palace. He will be close to there. His intervention is the only...
You don't seem certain.
The only other explanation is that Elex itself was... But that's not...
Not probable or...
Resistance would imply purpose, consciousness. And Elex is a substance. It isn't a lot.
Kaya thought Elex could be alive.
What are you talking about?
She said that's what she felt. That Elex is more than a substance, that it communicated with her. Couldn't that be what went wrong?
What you're saying is impossible. Kaya is able enough when it comes to magic, but she's misinterpreted what she's seen. I've run experiments on Elex, studied it for years, and I've seen nothing to indicate that what you're saying is true. How could Kaya just stumble on something like this in the time she's had?
What will you do?
We must take the fight to the hybrid. It seems an assault on the Ice Palace is the... We will see each other again in Zekor, but we will stand against each other as enemies there. I know you want to protect the hybrid, and I can see no future for Magalan while that abomination still lives. The hybrid must be killed. The lands of the free people cannot...
I knew Zardom must have brought you here.
The feel of this place is terrible. Where are we?
In Zardom's hideout, on the border between Abessa and Zakor.
That explains the disturbance in the Elex.
Where is he? Where is Zardom?
I don't know. He hasn't been here for a long time.
Well, then he must have got what he wanted. That means he's gone to the Ice Palace.
That bastard paralyzed me and left me here. He must have planned that all along. Why didn't he just kill me?
He must have wanted to use your strength. It must have been part of his plan to regain his place in the Ice Palace. But you must have been too strong for him.
Well, why ever he left me alive, it was a mistake. I won't let him surprise me like that again. Thank you for looking for me.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you.
Follow me.
All right. Our whole world could become as bleak as this. I feel sick at the thought of it. I'll wait here for you.
This doesn't work.
get away with that.
How are you?
I'm doing all right, thank you.